Hey everybody, Justin Senior here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about reporting and data and really going over the most important Shopify reports and analytics for your store. And these are things you need to be paying attention to. And this video is really all about how to always know your numbers and how to do it the right way. And there's an old saying in really any business: if you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business. And this is especially true and very important for Shopify entrepreneurs, for e-com entrepreneurs and store owners that are dealing with things like gross margin, ad costs, return rates, fulfillment timelines, all these numbers that run your business. And when you know your numbers, you're going to save a ton of time. You're going to be able to leave the spreadsheets behind, and you'll always be able to make data-driven decisions. But there are some pain points that you might run into when you want to go ahead and do this with Shopify. First of all, the built-in Shopify analytics and reporting, it's incredibly lacking. It just is way too basic. It's not very accessible. It doesn't have the type of information that really allows you to make those data-driven decisions. So first of all, you're going to need to use an app. I'm going to show you the app that I use, and the app needs to be super easy to use and require no prior technological skill. You don't need to be a data scientist or a Google Analytics expert to start to understand the data that is going to help drive your business to success. And the app must, of course, totally replace spreadsheets and save you time. Also save you frustration. I mean, if you're dealing with spreadsheets and copying and pasting, exporting data, a lot can get messed up. A lot of time that is required from you. You want to be able to free up and do other things that are going to help grow your business. And most of all, the app must provide easy access to the most important reviews within just a click. And I'm going to show you over the shoulder as we jump inside Report Toaster. And you see the link for Report Toaster directly below this video. I highly recommend Report Toaster. Incredibly powerful app. You're going to see over the shoulder just how easy it is to set up, but even more importantly, how powerful it could be when you start to look at all of these reports. And I'm going to show you 5 of the most important reports. There are so many reports in there, but I'm going to show you 5 that you need to be paying attention to. So let me bring Report Toaster over first. This is Report Toaster, custom reports for Shopify, and you see the link directly below this video. I highly recommend it. First thing to pay attention to, a 5.0 review, 5 out of 5, 163 reviews. You can come over here and look at 5-star review after 5-star review. Report Toaster does exactly what I was talking about, providing that easy access, eliminating the need for spreadsheets, and giving you all of the data right at your fingertips. And we're going to go over the shoulder. I'll show you, here's what the back end looks like, 100 plus pre-built reports. You have simple data lists, then you have advanced charts. You have everything visual right in front of you. You have filters. You can create custom reports at any time. This is a really, really incredibly powerful app. You see all of the different kind of data points that will be in here, calculated fields as well. We're going to have everything set up here to export and download. You could share PDF and CSV files. You could email. You could use an Excel. You could do anything that you want with this data. You could even schedule and deliver it so you get monthly automated reports. Incredibly powerful here. Really going to be able to see everything, even in a date range comparison, so you could see visually just how great your store is growing. And there's 120 plus different report templates. As soon as you load the app, you're going to be able to jump right into them. I'm going to show you 5 of the most important ones, and it's incredibly powerful. You see over here, you get a 14-day free trial, and it's only $9 a month for most stores if you're on the basic or Shopify plan. If you're on advanced, it ranges up to $30 a month, $150 a month, depending on your needs. But for most stores, you're going to get in here for $9 a month, and you get 120 plus pre-built reports, all of the features that I was talking about. And really all you need to do to get started is just press this install button right over here. So we're going to go over the shoulder. I'll show you the back end. But again, you get that free plan, highly recommended. Click the install button, get Report Toaster in your store. So we'll go ahead and press install over here, and this is going to start the installation process. We're going to now be brought over to the permissions page. This is simply where we click install app and allow our store to talk with Report Toaster. It's going to happen all automatically, so no code is going to be required. And that's really all you need to do in terms of the installation process. Now we're going to be brought over into the Report Toaster app. You'll be brought right into the Report Toaster dashboard, and you see that there are a lot of different options over here. These are different types of reports. For example, our order reports. or our sales over time reports, or our transaction reports. See that there are plenty of different pieces inside of each menu item over here, kind of going over the different buckets of reports that you'll be able to get inside Report Toaster. You'll also be able to search at any time. I'll jump into a couple of those reports to show you the top 5. But over here, you're going to be able to see your archives. Over here, you can see a quick start guide. I'm going to kind of go over all of the most important things. We could definitely click through here and taking a look at report templates and changing the date range, changing the columns to show different pieces of information, adding filters, sorting, right? You have the ability to do all of that inside of Report Toaster. They also have a great support team available at all times. Quick links to some of their most popular reports. Again, I'll go over the most important ones for you. At any time, you can come over here, take a look at your profile. You could change dark or light theme. You could even load up some test data just to kind of see how everything works. But what we see here is our Report Toaster dashboard now connected to our Shopify store, which means we now have access to all of these reports. Really, really powerful. And you can really jump into all these different reports, and you should be jumping into them. But let's go over the top 5 most important. The first one I'm going to show you deals with product fulfillment. And this is super important if you're doing print on demand or if you're doing drop shipping. We'll be able to come over here, and there's a lot of great, actually, different reports here, but I want to show you the days to fulfill, ship, and deliver. So you come under here, fulfillments, days to fulfill, and we see over here, of course, we have all of the different filters and calendar toggles that we'll be able to go. We'll come back over here and do quarter to date, for example. And we can see the different visualizations that we get, the different types of filters that we can come over here. But I want to just kind of talk about why this is an important report, one of the most important, especially if you're doing print on demand or drop shipping. I know most of you watching this video are. We're going to be able to see on an individual level how our orders are getting fulfilled, how long they're taking to get fulfilled. And we see days to fulfill on average is 2.28. So that's pretty good for print on demand or for drop shipping. They're getting out into the fulfillment or out of the fulfillment stage in less than 3 days. Over here in terms of days to ship, 4, they're getting out the door in 4 days about. It's pretty good again for print on demand drop shipping, a product that you can't physically control. So we're able to see here it takes about 9 days for the product to get to the customer. So why is this useful? First of all, we could start to set customer expectations in terms of our policies, talking about how long it's going to take to fulfill, process, ship, and deliver an order. We see all of that in terms of the numbers over here. But we can go even further than that and start to take a look at days that have done better. Here's a day where we process orders in just 1 day. Days that may be worse, right? We can take a look at things that are above average. Over here we see 6, right? So a little bit different in terms of up and down, and we'll see that over here as well visually inside of this graph. And this could lead us to make decisions in terms of what providers we want to work with. You could imagine having different providers tested here and seeing basically different numbers in terms of, okay, this provider is shipping quickly, this one is shipping a little bit slower. You could even kind of compare it all the way down until how it gets delivered, right? How long is it going to take the product to get into the customer's hand? A really great fulfillment partner, drop shipper, print on demand provider, any of those options, right? They're going to get the product in the customer's hand as quickly as possible. And we see over here, we're averaging 9. Maybe you want to try out a new partner. You tell them, okay, we need to beat 9 days delivery. And why do you know that number? Because it's right here. This is one of the most important reports that you'll see in Report Toaster. The next report I want to show you is down here in customers. So we're going to go to customers. Again, lots of different great information over here. But we're going to come to first time versus returning over here. And this is a really cool thing. This is something that I bet a lot of you will be seeing something similar to this type of stat here. And this Report Toaster is connected to a relatively new store. And you see that we have very passionate customers in terms of a lot of different buyers. Only 1.6% of them are returning. So in immediate, if you see something like this where you have a big disparity and you don't need to jump into the numbers, you could just see it visually, which is why this is such a cool report inside Report Toaster. One of the most visual ones that you could see and make a decision on. If you see a big disparity like this, there's a lot of money to be left on the table. So you say, okay, well, how can I start to make more sales? Well, we have a lot of new customers. We have a lot of first-time customers. Only a very small percentage of them have come back and checked out. And you can see that this goes back as far as 10 years. Again, this is a relatively new store. We'll come over here and take a look at the numbers a little bit more in depth. And of course, we can kind of filter them down and take a look at all these different kind of controls. Of course, we could save filters to come back and quickly take a look. Let's say we want to take a look at returning first time over 30 days versus 365 days. We can see how we're doing on a more recent basis. all available in here. But this report can dictate what we want to do in terms of our marketing efforts, right? We have customers that have already bought from us. We want to go ahead and get reviews from them. We want to get UGC from them. And of course, we want to re-promote our products to them, whether it's through email marketing or remarketing with ads to buyer lists. This would represent right here a very powerful opportunity to do that. And we're seeing that visually with the first time versus returning customers report in Report Toaster. The next most important report I want to show you, profit, most profitable products over here. And this can dictate what you want to do with your entire business. You could maybe decide to focus more on products that have really big gross profit numbers or really big gross profit margins over here. We could take a look at all these different numbers ranging up over here. We could, of course, sort and go through different types of selections over here. Let's actually go through an example in terms of filtering down some most profitable products. So let's come over here, clicking this add rule right over here, and we're going to go and take a look at the different filters. Lots of different filters of ways that we'll be able to edit this report. I'm going to come over here and look for the variant price section over here. And I'm going to basically go over here and I'm going to say, okay, all products greater than or equal to, let's say $49. And as we click out, you see the numbers will automatically update. You see that now our report is showing variant inventory cost greater than 0, basically in stock, status equal to active, and now things with variant $49 or higher. We can come over here, let's say we change this to 10. We'll go, I see a much bigger list over here. We could remove this. We'll go back to the original filtering as we saw. Very easy, literally just adding in here, selecting any of the different filters that you want. You can create unlimited amounts of reports here. You can create huge combinations to get down to exactly the type of data that you need, and forget about doing that inside of a spreadsheet. Take you so much time, but really again, actionable. Why is this report so valuable? We're going to see what products are making us the most money. All right, we're going to see how much they cost, what's our profit, how much we're selling them for. And if we're making 55% margin on a $199 product, we'd like to do that over and over and over again, make a really nice solid gross profit here. We could dictate some of our marketing, some of our placements in our emails and our ads to be all about this product. And if we see some products that are on the lower end where we're really only making a couple dollars here in terms of gross profit and gross profit margin percentage, we might not utilize these for merchandising them on the homepage or in the emails, right? We'd save that for something that's going to make us more money. So this type of report right here can tell you a lot, especially as you start filtering it to really fine tune it with the data that you need. The next one, really important over here again for drop shippers or for print on demand sellers, product return rate. When you're doing drop shipping, when you're doing print on demand, really any business, you want to minimize returns, but you absolutely need to minimize returns when you're doing something like drop shipping or print on demand, when you're producing a product or selling a product that you don't have control over. We really don't want to see returns, and we can come over here and take a quick look and see, again, this is over the last 30 days. We could change it into year to date, right? We have all these different options in terms of doing it. Very easy to use. The very intuitive backend that you're seeing here. But again, talking about actionable, why is this so useful right now? Because you could jump into these reports immediately, right? You just immediately jump in, and again, this is one of the top 5 most important, because this tells a story about what products you might need to stop selling or what products you might not be able to scale. You don't want to get into a situation where you find a winning product and then you see a really huge return rate. We're seeing, between 1.5%, 2.5% for the most part over here. If you see products really far outside of that range, you might have hesitation with that supplier in terms of being able to scale up. On the flip side, let's say you have a lot of products that you're considering scaling, maybe between the floating flamingo and the sale on a slice. For all other things equal, you might rather go with this floating flamingo product because you see it's a much lower return rate, almost a 1% lower return rate. So in this example, right, dictating what products you could scale, what products you want to continue to market, what products you might want to slow down on if you're scaling too fast without a good supplier. So product return rate, definitely something you want to pay attention to and really make sure that you don't have any kind of outliers in terms of a high quantity returned percentage. I think right over here is a very eye-opening stat too, not only talking about the number of returns, but equating that to dollars, right? How much money are you giving back from returns? You see over here, huge amount of money being sent back over here. Not an outrageous return rate, just a lot of different sales at a high price, but you see if you could reduce returns, you could return a lot more money into your revenue. So really, really useful report that we see here. Another report I want to show you, we're coming down over here to customers, and we're going to go to our most valuable customers. And in this report, we're going to see obviously our most important customers. And this is really cool in terms of figuring out who we can turn into brand ambassadors, who we want to market to, can understand what types of products and what types of tags people are buying most. But really, most importantly, of course, we could come over here, sort right over here, and we see these customers, this guy in Texas, this guy in Missouri, bunch of customers in Texas, right? So you can get some good insight in terms of who is your customer, where are they coming from, what are they spending. Of course, we can go in and drill down further. We could see all of the different tags in terms of different products that they're buying. We see all of their information, and if we want more information, we can come right over here, right? We have all of the different filters, so you can customize the data to fit exactly as you need. You see over here things like total spent and number of orders, and if they're a first-time returning customer, right? All this type of great stuff. Data-driven decisions now that you could make because you have all of this insight available with Report Toaster. And after seeing all that, think about going back to the basic Shopify analytics over here. No advanced filtering, no ability to export to CSV or to PDF, no ability to schedule reports to email or SMS, and no shared links, basically like a Google Docs type setup that anyone, even non-staff, would be able to view data. Incredibly powerful. I mean, Report Toaster has really thought of everything. You can't even think about going back to the basic analytics after that. So that was Report Toaster, custom reports for Shopify. Highly, highly recommended. This is an incredibly powerful app, and you saw just how super easy it is to get started, to get into the data, to see those reports, and to really customize everything with all of the features that are available inside here with Report Toaster. The best reporting and data analytics app for Shopify by far. You see the link directly below this video. Highly recommended. Hope this helps you grow your store, and I'll talk to you real soon. Thanks.